Hi everyone, welcome to this video. I will show you how we can use AI, artificial intelligence, to hack into a Windows system and escalate privilege. It is part of an ethical hacking attempt where I'm going to present this scenario and trying to explain you actually. So for example, we are doing a internal penetration testing. I am an ethical hacker. I'm inside the corporate network and it can be done from the outside, which is called external penetration testing. So in my upcoming videos, I'll be using ShellGPT, artificial intelligence, and show you how we can use it for ethical hacking. So in this diagram, you can see this is the internet service provider, and we have a internet connection through Ethernet cable, and this is a Wi-Fi router, and then we have a switch, we have a default gateway who is going to assign IP addresses to all the machines in this internal network and using DHCP. And I'm also inside. For example, the ethical hacker is inside for the internal pen test using Kali Linux connected to the internal network, maybe via Wi-Fi or via the Ethernet cable, and assigned a private IP address. Then we will start with host discovery and then hack into this dark PC, which is having an IP address. As of now, I don't know, or the ethical hacker doesn't know about. And this is for educational purpose. We are performing it in a virtual environment. So I hope you will enjoy. So you can see I'm running this ICE Windows machine, and I'm running also a public facing server, which is metasploitable machine actually. So here this is the public facing, where in my next video I'll show you the external penetration testing scenario, but here I'm using AI and then hack into this Windows machine. So this is here, and we are having a vulnerable application actually. So this is the scenario before I start using ShellGPT, and you can download this if you visit Darkstar. Here we have some CTF, or you can say vulnerable machines that you can download. So I have the OVA, and the first one is blue, which is having a eternal blue vulnerability. So you can go and visit this. It's absolutely safe, you don't have to worry. And if you want to practice later on, so I have given you this link where you can visit Google Drive and set up your home lab without breaking any law. This is for educational purpose. Okay, so after you download it, you have this file with you now. And then we are going to start. So first I will check my network. So in this scenario, if you see, like, I'm inside the network and I did IPA or ifconfig to find out my private IP address, and then I will do a host discovery, and I can do NetBIOS also scanning and find out or enumerate the target machine. So my target machine will be this machine, dark PC, and I'm doing this and using artificial intelligence. I will show you. So right now I am having this. So I will use ShellGPT. In my earlier video I have given you a demonstration how we can configure ShellGPT without any error. If you haven't, you can go and check that video. So now I'm using SGPT and then help. So I'll show you these are the possible options that we can use with this ShellGPT. So in my previous video I've also showed how we can configure it. Mainly troubleshooting part, you can see if you're interested, if you're facing some errors. Now mine is already configured. I have the API key from OpenAI, and you can see these are the options. ShellGPT help. I'm actually not going to dive much deeper, but you can see I'm going to use the code option, or I can use the minus hyphen C for generating any code, and shell, like I can use minus or hyphen small s for to generate and execute shell commands. So now I'm going to ask as GPT, ShellGPT, and use this prompt that I have my this local address, right? So just like a layman term, or maybe like I'll just use host discovery technique to write and map no port scan host discovery command to find out live machines. By the way, if you feel it like slow, you can play it 1.5x or maybe skip the video, but I don't suggest because of the algorithm. It's going to be interesting, guys. Just or have patience. So our live machine, find out live machines in this network. So I'll just paste my IP address and give the network actually /24, and let's see what ShellGPT is going to give me. So I'm expecting some, like maybe like it's a host discovery, no port scan, a ping sweep or something. So ShellGPT with the S. So as you can see, ShellGPT is giving me or suggesting me SN option. So I can abort or give a described or execute. So let's execute this command. I will type E and press enter, and it is automatically starting Nmap, guys. So we are actually, so and we can see the host, actually live host, and you can see this is my default gateway 10.0.1.1. So I was able to find out my default gateway in this network 10.0.1.1, where I am actually performing this imaginary or virtual ethical hacking. As you can see, for this educational video for YouTube, I have created this. So you can see I also got my own IP address and the target machines here in the chat. So if I go back, you can see the other machine which 10.0.1.12 is this IP address which I'm running in my virtual box actually. So this is my target machine, and I'm running Metasploitable and Kali Linux. Here you can see this is the IP address of Kali Linux 10.0.1.12, and here 10.0.1.12, and the IP address of the public facing server metasploitable.com 10.0.1.16, that you can see here. That is the public facing, but that will be in the next video. I'm going to give you an idea how we can use artificial intelligence and perform external penetration testing. So here I'm doing the internal penetration testing. I got the IP address 10.0.1.16, as you can see here. Yes, and then my target machine's IP address as well, which is this one 10.0.1. It's like 10.0.1.28. So this is the target machine's IP address, as you can see here. I have already downloaded from this. It's a virtual, educational, just for anyone who wants to learn, who is into cybersecurity, or learner who wants to learn ethical hacking. They can actually set up these labs and test how actually, real like VAPT is done in a control environment for vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. So the machine dark PC, sorry for that. So the machine dark PC, this is the IP address. We can also use another command to confirm that this is our target machine. So I'm just not going to use this time ShellGPT, but I'm going to locally NBT scan. I'm going to actually do a NBT scan, and as you can see, yeah, So that's correct. So I have 10.0.1.16 metasploitable machine, which is this one, and this is done by ShellGPT. By the way, as you can see, it's like a ping scan, ping sweep, or you can say no port scan. It's the host discovery technique, and identified dark PC, which is 10.0.1.28. That's fantastic. So let's move ahead. I'll just exit from here. So let's run the next command and ask shell gpt to scan. So we can scan, but we can do as gpt shell gpt. Then we can, because this video is more focused on like using artificial intelligence, how we can perform ethical hacking, right? So now I am inside the network. I got the host or the target that I need to scan. So in this scenario, this organization invited me and give me legal permission that you can hack into the system and identify if our dark PC is can be hacked in future. So if there is a future cyber attack, then that will be a bad thing for this organization. So now, as an ethical hacker, I'm actually going to test this PC, and if there are some vulnerabilities, I will suggest countermeasures in the end and give a report to the organization so that they can adjust or implement some security controls and make this secured from any future cyber attack. So that is actually I'm performing this ethical hacking. So now I'm going to actually scan into this. It's like a pre-attack. I'm trying to find out loopholes or vulnerabilities. So for that, like I'm asking ShellGPT. I'm using for this ethical hacking, like security assessment, I'm using ShellGPT and artificial intelligence for ethical hacking. So now I'm writing scan this target using nmap and see and if there are any vulnerabilities. Also, I'm just not giving a proper prompt, but whatever is in my it's coming in my mind, I'm actually. So also determine service version. Okay, so I'm just trying and giving this prompt to shell gpt. So it is taking time and giving me a prompt nmap sv, which is for version detection, and also using the script vuln to check for vulnerabilities. And my target ip address is 10.0.1.28, which is our target address. So in this scenario, my target is dark PC is 10.0.1.28. So I'm just now using shell gpt artificial intelligence, the power of ai, to perform this ethical hacking. So as you can see, I'm executing. The scan already started. I've executed this, and in some time I should see the issues in this machine. Like this machine is running in a virtual box in a virtual environment. Just to give you a demonstration, right? So let's wait for some time, and then we will see all the open ports and version and their services in this dark PC, so that we can further try to gain access. And then if we got access, we'll try to escalate privilege, and also then that will be the end after covering track, as these are the methods, like as you can as you already know. So I don't know why it is taking so much time. Maybe because it's running script one as well as my target machine. It's I'll pause the video now. Okay, so it's like 98%, almost done. It took time actually. I paused the video. Now let's see. We should get our result anytime. It's 99.46% done. So let me know in the comments, does it take usually so much time? I don't know, like it should take it should be quick, but because I'm using script, right? So it's stuck actually. Let me pause it again so that I don't increase the video size, guys. Okay, guys, as you can see, the scan is done, but it took a while actually. I don't know, maybe my um, CPU uses. You can see here, it's like it was too much at the time. Now it's just stabilizing. But you can see after this scan, I was able to find there is a open port 80, Microsoft IIS, Internet Information Services, HTTPD 7.5, and then some information like there might be some CVE. So you can see there is a exploit DOS Windows API or something like that, auxiliary. So that is about it, and that is a port, again HTTP port, Icecast streaming media server, which is this one actually. So it was able to detect this Icecast streaming media server. So now it says like it's likely vulnerable, and there might be some exploits as well. So I'll just leave it to ShellGPT, as I am actually using artificial intelligence. So let's use this Icecast keyword, and then I will write as GPT to code this actually. So write a Metasploit resource file to exploit Icecast with our host, and use local port 44. I can use any other port actually, 4445, and I will just press enter. Let's see it writes the code for me, or the resource file or not, and then I will show you the next steps. And it wrote actually the code for me, as you can see. And then let's see if if I do ls la grep, and then if I grep and then ice related to something, so I can see there is a no resource file yet. It wrote the code actually for me, but I have to maybe like copy this, and I can also instead of code I can actually do a shell, so that maybe it writes my resource file automatically. But for now I copied this code resource file. What I'm going to do is sudo nano, then write icecast dot resource file, and kli, and I'm going to paste it here, guys, and then save the resource file. Yes, press enter. So now I do have this resource file. The code is generated by ShellGPT, as you can see. It's suggesting me to use the exploit Windows HTTP ICE header. I haven't done anything, so I'm just now trying to gain access to this machine that with the code, resource file code suggested by ShellGPT. So I'm going to use MSF console and use this actually. So this actually I tried earlier, so I'm just going to demo and record it for you and show you. So let's see MSF console R resource file icecast.rc. So this is the code which was previously generated by ShellGPT, and then I saved it using the nano text editor, and this is our code. We can see cat icecast.rc. Now we are starting MSF console R and suggesting to run this. So now again it is taking time. Now it is starting. As you can see, it took time, maybe yeah, because of the PC again, like too much is happening in the background. So now we are starting MSF console. Okay, so it is actually now like doing its thing in the background, and you can see processing resource for this, and now using the exploit http icecast header. So it is little slow, guys. I apologize for that, like maybe because of my CPU. It is actually taking more time. Anyway, so I'll just pause the video in between. So as you can see, it selected a payload as well. Now selected my target with L port this. Now starting the reverse handler, automatically standing stage. And everything, if everything goes well, we should get a interpreter session as well. And we got the interpreter session as expected. So let's try this sysinfo, and we got this machine actually, and get UID, and we are dark PC. We'll try to get system for escalating privilege, but we can't because we don't have maybe like that permission to escalate privilege, right? So get system, not possible. And then let's check the processes, and we have this icecast. As you can see, icecast, it's a 32-bit process running, like, but this machine earlier we saw like we are in a 64-bit operating system, 64-bit architecture, and we are not root yet, so we cannot run some other commands. I mean, we are not anti-authority yet. So let's try again ShellGPT, and I will try to take suggestion from ShellGPT to escalate my privilege. Let's split the screen vertically. So I have actually prompted this. As you can see, SGPT shell, I got a interpreter shell to icecast using this exploit. And now how do I escalate privilege using post module? So let's see what is the result. And as you can see, there is a use post module and get session. So I don't want to execute because I'm already in I want to abort this and use this actually. Again, it is suggested by ShellGPT. Use manage. So I might use privilege module, use post manage and set session. So I might use this, or I might also check for the exploit suggesters. Post module exploit ShellGPT or something like that. Let's check. So I might use post module manage sudo. That can also be done, but this is also I'm going to abort. And you can see we can also run use post multi recon local exploit suggester. So let's use this actually, this one. So for that, what I'm going to do is right now I'm in this session. So I'm going to use background and then background this session, then go back. I mean again Metapreter prompt, and I am going to use suggested by ShellGPT, use post multi recon local exploit suggester, and then options. Then I think I have to suggest the session here. So SESS awareness sessions. I have already this earlier session, that is a non admin session and non NT session, non admin session. So I'm going to use this session as SESS IONS sessions. Sorry, I'll type set and then session 1. Now I set this session as 1. So you can see options, the session is set 1. Now let's try to exploit or run this, and now it is collecting all the exploit and then suggest what would be the best, I mean what will be that will work actually for escalating privilege. So again let's go back to the drawing. I used artificial intelligence ShellGPT, got to know about my target, then saw the open ports and the vulnerability. Then AI suggested me and also helped me to gain access to this machine. Now AI is suggesting me to escalate privilege and get the anti-authority, and now we are doing this at the moment. So it might take some time, so because again my CPU uses, so I'll just pause the video again and then connect as soon as possible. Okay, so it is done actually, and you can see it suggested few exploits, as you can see here. The first one is exploit Windows local bypass com hijacked, and the second one is bypass event viewer. You can see this. So let's try exploit Windows local bypass event viewer, this one. So it should be vulnerable, and this looks familiar like the event viewer. And next prompt I want to this later actually, or maybe like I will write it now, and I will go back again, use this exploit suggested by again ShellGPT, and this one I'm going to definitely abort, and let's try this one. And ShellGPT again suggested me to migrate and use the process name explorer.exe. So let's check later on, like we haven't got the privilege, like as we couldn't escalate the privilege yet, but we gain access. Now next step is to escalate privilege so that we can run and maybe like modify or dump hashes or cover our track by clearing the event viewer. But now we are in this post Windows local module. Then so all by thanks to artificial intelligence and ShellGPT, so it helped me in my ethical hacking. So now all I have to do is like type SESS IONS sessions. So I need to set my session here again. So set SESS ION 1. So I have set, and I want to use a different port, or maybe like this port might be used, so I will use set L port as a different port, like 4343. And now I want to exploit and see if I get a escalated, I mean privilege. Let's see. So exploit and started reverse bypassing and successful, waiting 10 second, stage, sending stage, and we got a Meterpreter session. That's fantastic. SESSIO and SO. We already got the session, so let's try get UID, and we are still in we are dark PC. So let's try to, because maybe like I can write the get system command, get system, get system, but it got the system actually by technique 1. So again let's try get UID, and I'm anti authority. But also what I could have done is like I can migrate my process from the current user. So if I do PS again, I will show you. So I'm in actually this IceCast, which is 32-bit, but sometimes it might have some issue. So I might migrate to a 64-bit, like using migrate command and then naming the process. Like we can use other processes like this, as you can see. So in order to dump hashes, it might conflict, even though I'm. So I can use this pool exe, so which is a 64-bit as suggested by ShellGPT, AI, migrate, and Explorer, or like I might use pool. So let's try to hash dump, or because I'm in 32 right now. So, but yeah, I was able to actually. But let's try to migrate. Migrate, and then I'll use the n option, and then like use this, and I was able to migrate. Maybe like let's check. And successfully I was able to migrate. And if I do again PS, you can see IceCast now. Oh no, it's like migrated. Anyway, like let's try to do kind of other things like load Kiwi, and then now I'm loading Kiwi. And let's check help, and you can see these are the Kiwi commands: create all, or like I can do other things, create a golden. Okay, so I'll just use this command actually. Before that I want to check my privileges. So these are the things like we can do: impersonate privilege, change, notify, set audit, and all that. Anyway, I will run this command, Kiwi command. And we were able to find actually dark PC password. Dark PC password is password 01. So that's fantastic. So I hope you enjoyed, and let me know your suggestions, or if you have any idea and better prompts in the chat, how we can actually have done it in a other way. But again, this was the scenario, and we did a security assessment and identified that dark PC is vulnerable, and there is an exploit and in Metasploit framework and community edition, and I was able to actually gain access, and then again escalate my privilege, and I was able to dump hashes. I can also do like cover my track by running the command clear ev, and this way I was able to cover my track as well. I hope this video was informative, and using ShellGPT and artificial intelligence, I did a security assessment and I did a penetration testing. I hope it was informative. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more relevant videos related to cybersecurity and ethical hacking. Thanks for watching.